Okay, so we'll talk about circles, graphs, transformation of graphs. Now, there are certain terminologies you should be aware of in circles. Okay, so there's a circle with center O and radius R. Okay, some properties are as follows, which you should know. So, a portion of circle which is cut out of the circle with a central angle theta is called a sector. Okay, now here area of sector is given by the area of total circle is pi r square. So, area of sector would be pi r square theta upon 360. It's derived from simple unitary method because area of entire circle would be for 360 degree it would be pi r square, so theta would be pi r square theta by 360. And if we the circumference of the circle is given by 2 pi r, if we want to calculate only a part of the circumference, this distance, let's say from A to B, which is called the arc, from A to B, this distance is called the arc. So, length of arc, we would say length of arc is given by the total circumference is 2 pi r and the length of arc for this particular theta degree would be theta by 360 degree. Okay. So, we've seen that the portion of circumference is called an arc. If we connect the points A, B and make a straight line AB, this straight line AB is called a chord. If we connect it with the center, then the central angle is theta. Okay. The area subtended by the chord AB, that is the shaded region, is called the minor segment. And the area subtended by AB in the opposite direction is called the major segment. Major segment because it's the bigger segment. So, the chord AB divides the circle into two parts. One is called the minor segment, another one is called the major segment. Okay. Utilizing the triangle properties, this is center O, the opposite points are A and B. Now, what kind of triangle would it be? Would it be an equilateral triangle? Would it be an isosceles triangle? Would it be an scalene triangle?
Isosceles.
Isosceles, because two sides would be equal and they would both be equal to the radius of the circle. In that case, the two opposite angles would also be equal. Utilizing the property of isosceles triangle, if we drop a perpendicular from center O to the line AB, then the perpendicular would bisect the chord AB. That is, let's call it point D, where the perpendicular drawn from, just give me one moment. Okay, the perpendicular drawn from O bisects AB at D. In that case, AD would be equal to DB. Right? AD would be equal to DB. Okay. There are few other properties about the circle that you should be aware of, and they are okay. So, At the center, AB makes an angle of theta. Now if AB makes an angle at the circumference, and if you measure this angle would come out to be half of the angle at the center. So this would come out to be theta by 2. No matter where you make in the alternate segment. Now this is minor segment. We're not talking about the minor segment, we talk about the major segment. So AB, if it makes an angle at the circumference, this would come out to be theta by 2. This would come out to be theta by 2. This would come out to be theta by 2. Okay. So first theorem is that angle subtended at the center is double the angle at the circumference. Angle subtended at the center is double the angle subtended at the circumference. If AB makes an angle 30 degree over here, then angle at the center would be 60 degree. Okay. And since we've seen that AB angle at the circumference would be half of the angle at the center, so all the angles that are made on the circumference, they're going to be equal to each other, that is theta by 2. So we can say that second property, that angle subtended by chord AB at the circumference, they all equal to each other. If this is alpha, this would also be alpha. This would also be alpha. Okay. Third is, which is an extension of the first property, that angle made by a semicircle. Now what is semicircle? Circle divided into two parts. So AB over here, which passes through the center, would automatically become the diameter. Now diameter is the longest chord of a circle. That is why we say diameter is the longest chord. There would be multiple chords possible in a circle, and the longest chord is called diameter. Now when diameter would make an angle at the circumference, so angle at the circumference would again be half of the angle at the center, and angle at the center would be equal to what? This is angle made by a straight line. Angle made by a straight line is always 180 degree. So half of it at the center at the circumference would be half of 180, that is 90 degree. So this is the theorem which says angle made by a semicircle is always 90 degree. So AB is the diameter of the circle, and the angle that it would make at the semicircle, it would be equal to 90 degree. Anywhere in the semicircle, the angle would come out to be 90 degree. Okay. A line which touches circle only at one point, exactly at one point, has a special name. Such a line is known as tangent of a circle. Okay. And the special property about the tangent is that if you connect the center of the circle with the tangent of the circle, it would make an angle of 90 degree. Right? So tangent is a line that makes an angle of 90 degree when it is connected with the center of the circle. Okay. So it is a line which touches the circle exactly at one point. Okay. There is a famous property associated with tangent, and that is, let's say this is a tangent T. It touches the circle at point P. If you make any angle joining the point P with the circumference of the circle, let's say this is A, this angle theta, PA makes an angle theta with the tangent. The same chord PA, if it makes any other angle at the circumference, let's say PA is making another angle at the circumference, let's say it makes an angle again at B, this angle would also be equal to theta. So angle made by the tangent is equal to angle made by the tangent and a point on the circumference is equal to angle in the alternate segment. Now this is minor segment. We are not talking about minor segment right now. We are talking about the major segment A to P. This is the major segment. So if it makes an angle in the major segment, that is also going to be equal to the angle made by the tangent and a point on the circumference. This is called alternate segment theorem. I'll repeat that again. Let's say this is a tangent T, it touches the circle at point P, and let's say it makes an angle of theta by connecting P with any point on the circumference. Then if using the same 2 points AP of the chord, if we make any angle in the alternate segment, this angle would also be equal to theta. Okay. So these are some properties that you should be aware of as far as the circles are concerned. Okay, so we've seen the nomenclature: radius, diameter, chord, tangent, minor segment, major segment. So angle in the same segment, that is these are 2 points of the chord AB. This is the minor segment and the other one is the major segment. Angle in the same segment, they are all equal to each other. So if you make using the same 2 points of the chord AB, it would make the same angle. Okay. Another rule is that if you make a circle and within that circle, if you take any 4 points A, B, C, D and connect them and make a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral is that body, that object which has 4. Quad is 4 sides. Quad is 4, lateral is sides. So if you connect 4 points on the circumference, you make a quadrilateral. In that case, the quadrilateral which is inside the circle, it is called a cyclic quadrilateral. It becomes a special type of quadrilateral. Why? Because if you add the 2 opposite angles of a quadrilateral, that is angle A plus angle C, it would give you 180 degrees. Similarly, if you add angle B and angle D, it would again give you 180 degree. That is, opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral, they are supplementary to each other. So supplementary means that the sum of angles would be 180 degree. What does the word complementary means?
They are to 90.
Correct. That the sum would be equal to 90 degree. Supplementary would mean that the sum is equal to 180 degrees. So the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral, they are supplementary to each other. That is, sum is going to be equal to 180 degree. Okay. The angle at the center we've seen is twice the angle at the circumference. Okay, we've seen that there is a chord AB. If we join the line from the center to the chord, drop a perpendicular, then it would bisect. Bisect as in divide into 2 parts. Bi is to sect is to cut. It would cut the chord into 2 equal parts. Okay. So angle in a semicircle is always 90 degree. This what we've seen. Okay, so find out the angles. Okay, now this is the alternate segment theorem. So what is this? Alternate segment theorem says that the angle the tangent makes with a point A or any point on the circumference is equal to angle in the alternate segment. So this would also be equal to same angle y. Similarly, tangent makes an angle of x with any point B on the circumference is equal to angle made by PB in the alternate segment. So that is why it is called alternate segment theorem. Okay, let's quickly find out the value of angle A and angle B. Okay, so yes, BD is the diameter because C is the center. It passes through the center. So BD is the diameter. So dividing the circle into two equal parts. So angle made by the diameter or angle made in the semicircle, that is equal to 90 degree. A is 90. So you can find out B also because two angles are given. So A plus B plus D would be 180. So B would be 180 minus 90 minus 23, that is 90 minus 23. 10 minus 3 7 and 8 minus 2 6, 67 degrees. Yes, you're right. Okay, similarly, what is the measure of angle X? It would be 90 minus 32. The total sum is, this is going to be 90. 90 plus 32 plus x would be 180. So x would be 90 minus 32. 8 and 8 minus 3, 58 degrees. So x would be 58 degrees. A would be 90 degrees. Okay, what is the value of x over here? Correct. The angle at this circumference would be half of the central angle, right? So if this is 98, this would be half of it, that is 49. Very good. Next, find the angle X. Okay, angle X is nothing but the angle made by the tangent. Here, the point at which the tangent touches the circle, that one point is also, by the way, called point of contact. It has a special name. It is called point of contact. Okay, so angle made by a point of contact and the angle at the circumference, that is x degree, would be equal to the angle made in the alternate segment. So what is the angle AC is making in the alternate segment? This is x. This would be also equal to x. Now this is a triangle ABC and the sum of three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So x would be 180 minus 23 plus 71. That is 180 degree minus 94. So 10 minus 4, 6, 17 minus 9, 8. So it would be 86 degree. So find angle A and angle B over here. Angle A and angle B over here. Okay, angle A is very easy to figure out over here. Angle A would be half of the central angle because it is made by the same chord BD, and BD makes an angle of 126 at the center. So it would make half of the angle 126 at the circumference. So this would be half of 126 would be 63. Okay, now how do we figure out B? Now let's do one thing. This is equal to radius, right? BC is equal to radius. Let's connect A and
Yes,
C.
sir.
Let's connect A and C. This is also equal to radius. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, how much this angle would be equal to? This would be equal to half of 63. 63 by 2,
32.5.
right? Okay, this is radius. So, triangle BCA would be an isosceles triangle. Two sides are equal. So, opposite angles would also
Yes,
be
sir.
equal, right? So, this is 63 by 2. So, this would also be equal to 63 by 2, right? That is equal to 31.5. So, angle B is going to be equal to 31.5.